There we go. Looks like I'm live. Ah, my secrets. Oh, hi, Sticks. Since people are here already, let me go ahead and, hi, Death's Head. Pop out the chat. Move it over here. I thought I had Winamp open. Where did it go? Hi, Captain Blondebeard. Like your name. Live. There we go. Make sure I don't miss any messages. Hi, D-Gill. Well, the chat's active this time. That's cool. Last week it wasn't for like the first 15 minutes. It was a little weird. Let's see. Winamp. Oh, there it is. Move that over here. Let me know if this is too loud. I kind of had to adjust my volumes because I recorded a podcast last night. So had to change the desktop audio volume. So I turned it back down. I don't know if it's down as far as usual, but I also turned Winamp down a bit. So just let me know if Winamp is too loud or even too quiet. Hi, Insidious. Hi, Ooster Mage. Never seem to be around when I stream. Doing a podcast about various cheeses? No, I don't think so. Oh, hi, Jackie. I don't think I've seen you in a while. Hi, Ashtray. Wow, almost everybody's here. I think Special Iron's going to be late, but... I love home video and streaming. There's so many shows. Oh, hi, Death's Head. I didn't realize that was your first post for a second. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. You, whatever. I think I already said hi to you. In any case, so many shows I love that I wouldn't have known about because they were before my time. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm a bit quiet? Okay. Is it because the music is too loud? Because, like I said... Here, I'll turn the music down a little bit. Okay, let me know if that's better. I should probably turn up my mic, but that's a little more trouble than turning down the music for now. Hi, Taijan. Yeah, I think I haven't seen you in a while, too. He's changing heads. Oh, we can barely hear the music. Okay, so I turned that down too low. Okay, let me know if that's good. I mean, obviously I don't want it to drown me out, but ideally you should be able to hear it a little. Currently watching the Unicron trilogy. I don't know what the Unicron trilogy is. I don't know which Transformers series you're talking about. Oh, Transformers Armada. Okay. Yeah, I never watched that one. I didn't feel like I was the target audience for it. The music isn't loud. I can't really hear it. It was more the mic being quiet. It is a little better since you got closer to the mic. Okay. I need to work on, like, turning up my mic volume. I noticed anytime I record my voice, it's always super quiet, and I had to turn it up in Vegas. Armada, Energon, and Cybertron from the early 2000s. Oh, you're talking those three series. Okay. Yeah, I never watched those. I didn't really feel like they were for me. Unicron, the Transformers devil. Okay, I'm putting this hair up. Sorry if you guys can hear the AC. It's like in the frickin' hundreds today, so I'm letting the AC run for a little while I stream. Probably not the whole stream, but At least for now. Oh yeah, Headmasters was not good. I'm not a fan of air conditioners, no pun intended. I don't really like air conditioners too much, but they're kind of a necessary evil. Always have a soft spot for the 60s Batman show. I haven't watched that since I was a kid. Well, thanks for the heart. Though I think I already made that clear. Though when I watch it, I'm always saddened when I remember how many cast members are gone now. Yeah. Somebody's spamming hearts. I remember showing a friend the Transformers the movie for the first time years ago, and we were smoking weed and are about halfway through it, and she's like, I get why you're a little weird. That's funny. That movie's very much of its time. I love it, but it's very much of its time. That was definitely like an animated movie made for the MTV generation. I've always been a fan of the cold over the heat. I literally can't sleep without the cold. It's not so much the cold, I just don't like having cold air blowing on me. Like if I can feel it blowing on me, I don't like it. Also, it's noisy. Target Masters made more sense to me, though I get why they eventually settled on mini cons going forward as add-ons to the Transformers. Yeah. Okay, I should probably like get started on. So here's where I'm at. Here's where I'm at right now. I think I'm definitely going to finish this panel today, which means I will be finishing this page. And if I do, I'm going to work on this one. And honestly, like, I'm so anxious because this is the last one I want to get done before I start actually publishing these online. And I may just go ahead and do this one on my own time if I don't get very much of it done today. I don't know if I want to wait a whole week to finish it. So... Robin, both Catwomen, and John Astin's Riddler are among the only cast members from the entire show. Wow. Yeah, I guess that sounds about right. Not a fan of Jack Frost, yeah. Okay, yeah, basically all that's left here is to do the shading on this gold eagle statue. There's probably a couple little, like I see a little error in inking right there that I can probably fix. Oh yeah, there's one up there too. There's a couple little errors here and there I probably need to fix, but I'll go over it and make sure it looks all right. Oh, I just noticed an error there too. And I gotta put all the shading on these people, but that is bugging me. I gotta fix that before I forget. There we go. So, gold burb. And that did not select for some reason. There it goes. Oh, make sure I'm on the correct layer too. What is happening? Oh, I'm being stupid. That's what. I love Egghead with all my heart and soul, mainly because Vincent Price, but still. Was that from... Is that from Batman? I don't think I realized Vincent Price played a Batman villain. Fun fact, you are the one who got me into Red Dwarf because of your vlogs. Awesome, I love to hear that. Unicron was the last role of Orson Welles. Yep. Really shows how good of an actor he was. That a performance made as a dying old man with contempt for the material was still great. Yeah, I mean, it worked for the character. He was this all-powerful, godlike being who sounded bored, which kind of made sense. Good burb. Good burb. Gold burb. Yeah, Death's Head just said what I said. Honestly, his contempt actually helped characterize Unicron. Yeah, everybody's saying what I... Well, you had said it before me, but you know what I mean. Pissed off God wanted to destroy everything around him. Yep. Fun fact, John Astin is also the last surviving cast member of the original Addams Family TV show. Oh, yeah, I guess that's right. Funny that you mentioned the Addams Family while the Fester's Quest soundtrack is playing. Astin returned as Grandpa Addams in the Addams Family series remake made in the wake of the films? Huh. Yeah, Raul Julia was cool. Okay, how do I normally do this? I guess as a general rule I do shading before highlights, so... Do-do-do-do. 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 Womp, 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 womp. Okay, I'm trying to think of how I want to shade this thing, because, like, how much detail do I want to go into? I drew all these feathers, so I guess I'm, like, committed to having to detail all of them, too. Shade them, rather. Can you imagine if he were still alive to play Dr. Doom? That'd be interesting. Yeah, I've heard that Tim Curry as Gomez is one of the few good things about that show. I never actually watched it myself. I only heard about it. Still trying to think of the best way to shade this. Ah, my throat's a little itchy. Sorry about that. Hi, John. Yes, you did make it. Christopher Lloyd was the perfect Fester. You wouldn't think he'd work as Uncle Fester, because he's like a tall, thin guy, but he does a really good job of making himself look like a short, fat guy. I'm getting more hearts. Thank you, whoever keeps doing that. I fucked up. I don't know what I'm doing. I know for sure I want some shading under these parts. And I don't think there should really be a transition, because that's just kind of how shading on metal works. I think. Sometimes, anyway. Bah. The problem with making this shadow hard-edged is that it's got to look perfect, or else it... You notice the flaws more if it's not fuzzy. Granted, it's probably going to be pretty small on the page, so maybe I don't need to worry about it so much. That's the downside of doing things in Photoshop. Sometimes you zoom in and you get kind of hung up on the details and you forget, oh, this is actually going to be really small when people are looking at it. Yeah, like, come on. It's fine. How do I want to do these feathers? I guess... Again, I don't like doing the hard-edged shading, but I guess I will. I don't know. I have an idea in my head of how I think I want to do this. I don't know what I'm doing. Again, I'm being way too picky about this. Okay, now let me see. Let's see how this works out. I had an idea in my head of how I wanted to do this. Oh, not that. What am I doing? I had the wrong color selected. Like some little highlight underneath. This is how I imagined it looking. Well, there's not enough shading on that one to do it. I didn't really leave myself enough space to do it on some of these. Well, let's see. I think it'll be roughly about that big on the page. That big at the most. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good technique. I just think I'm not doing it in the best way. Like I'm doing it in such a way that it's not really gonna show. Damn it, sorry. Excuse me, I have to have this damn mic so close to my face. It's easy to accidentally, Okay, I'm trying to like add a little more shading so that I have a little more space to add the little highlights. I'm being a little bit more sloppy, but I think there we go. And I can, any parts where I went outside the lines, I can just clean up during this stage. Okay, now how does it look? Come on, zoom. I need it. Ugh. That kind of works, actually. I don't know if it's, I don't know if I'm overdoing it, but with the detail, like putting more detail than I need or whatever, but I kind of like it. So, alright, yeah, I'll continue doing that. It's Kind of a lot of effort, but second best role after Doc Brown. Yeah. Oh yeah, Judge Doom too. Oh, thanks, John. Stream title, What We Do in the Shadows. God damn it. Like to think that at least in the Death Star they intentionally missed so that the heroes could escape and lead them to the rebel base. That would be actually kind of clever. If y'all talking about Star Wars, there's a guy that did how Star Wars characters walk a treadmill. He's also done a Disney version. Both are hilarious. Yeah, I guess there aren't a lot of people here, but at least the chat's fairly active. Yeah, sometimes it could take a little while for people to really start showing up. Looks quite nice. Doing the other side might help give some more perspective, yeah. Thanks for the hearts, whoever keeps doing that. Really wish that Batman could bring at least a little bit more camp back. Series adaptations are fine and good, but I wish that someone would be allowed to have fun with the characters. That was kind of Batman the Animated Series had a good balance, I thought. Active with hearts. Do 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 do. I almost wonder if I could just do this with a mouse. Oh, wrong brush. Do 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 do. Have I mentioned that these Abadox covers kick ass? Like, I love how he kind of made it his own. But it's still recognizable. That's how you do a cover, in my opinion. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'll get caught up on the chat in a minute. Let me finish this part. Oh, here we go. I think this is the final, this is the music from the final level, and that's why he went so hard on it. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Whoops. Okay, I gotta be careful not to. Alright, I wasn't getting as close to it as I thought I would. Actually, it makes sense to have some shading kind of at the bottom here. There we go. Why should we not finish this page today because I got so focused on fussing over this stupid eagle statue. Okay, let's see. Let me get caught up on the chat really quick. Judge Doom's coat is always billowing because even in his human disguise, he's still affected by toon physics. Interesting. I don't think I noticed that. Unsurpassed is spelled incorrectly? Oh, shit. Is it? Oh, I see. Well, I don't think I rasterized it. Let me see if I can actually fix that. There. Now shut up. No, okay. Actually, thanks for pointing that out, because that would have been embarrassing had I published this comic and I had a fucking typo in it. The guitar sounds like it's from the 80s. I guess it kind of does. Hi, Noah. Just the music sounds like it's from that 80s, 90s rock era. Okay, Digil, thanks for stopping by. Probably long gone by the time I saw that. Oh, wing looking nice, thank you. Doom's fake looking teeth are the fact that he had a bunch of cash to spend to bribe people to vote for him when the toon who killed Teddy Valiant robbed a bank. That's true. That's the problem with bad twists in films. The writers fail to properly set up with hints in seemingly unimportant lines in the dialogue, yeah. There's the boss music. Do 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 do. I wonder if I could just do this with a mouse. technically messed up there, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. It's just one damn feather. I'm spending a little too much time on this as it is. I think that looks pretty good. I don't love how much time I'm spending on this, but whatever. You know, let me get these wings out of the way and then I'll hopefully spend a little less time on it after that part. That's too big of a brush. I'm trying to see if I can do this with a mouse for a while. Mouse is a little easier on my hand than the pen is. Echo soundtrack. Do, do. Me and my family have been going to the same campground every year for at least 20 years, though recently we're started diversifying where we camp. Well, that sounds fun. Never been camping. I don't know if it'd be for me, but I like the idea of it. Speaking of music, what are your guys' favorite bands or artists? I mostly like classic rock. Campground has a pretty good small restaurant right at the beach. It has pretty good veggie burger. Oh. I also like Bjork. I haven't listened to her in ages, but yeah. Hi, Isaiah. Oh, Weird Al and Queen. Yeah, those are good too. I've gotten to like Queen a lot lately. I don't listen to hardly anything after the 1980s. That's me mostly. There's a few little more recent things I like. I like Lady Gaga. Well, I haven't listened to any of her more recent stuff, but I like her older stuff. We've never camped in a tent. We've always had a camper. Oh, okay. All right. No, switch to the other page. Do, do, do. All right. How big do I want this brush to be? Excuse me. Oops. All right, back to the darker color, and don't remember what brush I was using. I kind of forgot about this feather. Do 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 do. I'll try to look at the chat again pretty soon. Okay, I forgot I need to clean these up as I go. Oops. Again, probably putting way too much detail into this dumb little statue that's not even going to be that big on the page. It is kind of the focus, though, so I guess it kind of makes sense. It's the focus on this panel, at least. Just finish this part I'm on, and then I will get caught up on the chat. That was my favorite tune from this soundtrack. Oh, I was not very... That feather is way too big. Not much I can do about it now, though. Alright, let me get caught up on the chat really quick, and then I'll add the highlights to those feathers. Oh yeah, the Car's really good. Oh yeah, so is Pat Benatar. Pretenders, Blondie, those are all good. Everybody likes the Beatles. Yeah, Fleetwood Mac also. Yeah, I've heard Ghost a little bit. They're pretty good. Love is a Battlefield and Heartbreaker on loop sometimes. Yeah, those are both really good. I'm kind of just skimming over the music discussion because doesn't interest me as much as other topics, but going to see The Who in Los Angeles. That's cool. The majority of my wardrobe consists of band t-shirts. That's cool. Oh yeah, A Little Less Conversation is a good Elvis song. Oh yeah, Rush is really good too. Eagle City wants to look fabulous. Oh yeah, Led Zeppelin too, The Doors. Oh yeah, Van Halen. I like Van Halen a lot. I think Van Halen's cover of You Really Got Me is like one of my favorite songs ever. Take Me Home, Country Road. Yeah. That's a good one. It's a chunky feather, yeah. That one chunky feather is weirdly distracting to me now, but, you know, that's just me because I was the one who drew it. People reading the comic aren't going to notice so much. Been watching David Lee Roth interviews lately, and he's so full of life and funny. I can believe it. I kind of get that impression from just listening to Van Halen. They always sound like they really had fun. Oh, hey, Special Iron, he made it. Yeah, Rush is so good. It's a very proud eagle. Yep. Playing Fortnite for a bit. They got a Star Wars thing going on. Thanks, Noah. Obligatory spam the hearts, yeah. Somebody was doing some heart spamming earlier. I'm not sure who it was, though. Oh, yeah, AC/DC and Aerosmith, yeah. Also Journey. Journey's a really good band. Yeah, I'm getting all the hearts today. I have an AC/DC shirt I wear sometimes, even though, like, I'm not, like, a huge fan of them specifically. I just thought the shirt was cool, but I do like them, so. I kind of forgot about these two. There. Okay, I need a smaller brush if I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna need a smaller brush. Sorry, that was dumb. Forget I said that. I think if it was bigger brush, the joke would have landed better. Smaller brush is just too much of a stretch. Once I'm done with the shading, I think I'm gonna... Or once I'm done shading the wings, I think the rest of this is gonna not be so stupidly detailed. Like, this is dumb of me to shade every freaking feather. I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay. Let me get back to the chat. It's one of the things I love about these streams. We're a pretty groovy bunch. We are. Nobody should stop believing in Journey, right? Oh yeah, Stone in Love. That's one that my classic rock station doesn't play very much, but yeah, I know that one. So let's put it to a vote. Which of the following will happen first? JP Sater landing, Rita Tickle getting that baby sitting gig, or Dina taking that Santa down? Oh my god. Do you know what's funny? I recorded a podcast last night. It's going to be audio, but I had the video set up so we could see each other, and like my friend commented on that after we were done recording. Like, everybody wants me to take down Santa. Just the same way. Oh yeah, I know it. I know that one. That's another one my classic rock station doesn't play too much, but oh, thank you, John. There's one album I could recommend to anyone. It's probably Fragile by Yes. I don't know any of Yes's albums. I know 2 of their songs. John says I love Background Santa. Details. Every molecule on that statue must be accurately shaded. I know. Favorite Pat Benatar is a tie between Fire and Ice and Shadows of the Night. Oh, I like Shadows of the Night a lot. I'm not sure which one is Magic by the Cars. The Titanic scene in Ghostbusters 2, cheesy one-liner aside, is one of the most chilling scenes in the franchise because of how understated the ghosts are and positively haunting sound of the ship's horn. Yeah, that was a kind of a cool sequence. Like, it was sort of silly, but it was, yeah, it was kind of eerie too. Love how this is looking already. I've said it many times, but you have a gift with shades and shadows. Thank you. Mentioning Yes reminds me, one time someone made a video of classic rock bands as memes. They showed The Who and said, "The internet killed Roundabout for you." Oh, thank you, John. Don't take Santa down. Roundabout is really long, but still good, even the non-JoJo parts. I lost my shit when first time, like, I discovered JoJo from Lee watching it, and fucking the show ends and Roundabout by Yes comes on, and I'm like, is that really a fucking classic rock song playing at the end of an anime? What is going on? Roundabout is an amazing song. It was through Dina's Twitter that I learned that in anime, JoJo uses Roundabout as their theme song. Yeah. You can keep trucking on to the next panels and make a note for touch-ups on another day, yeah. South Side of the Sky, I don't think I know that one. Hi, Ducky. I can see that eagle proudly embossed proudly on someone's chest. Oh yeah, Tom Petty's good too. On someone's hat saying, "Sir, are we the baddies?" Oh yeah, Refugee's a good one. JoJo endings are chosen by the manga creator. Wildest was freaking you. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think I cared for that one too much. I don't remember it too well, but I think I didn't like it that much. I love Roundabout even if the lyrics don't always make sense. Mountains come out of the sky and they stand there. Well, duh. Yeah, that is an odd line. It sounds cool if you don't think about it. The eerieest thing about the Titanic scene in Ghostbusters 2 is the fact that the ghosts represent real people who perished during the sinking. That's true. Tom's duet with Stevie Nicks is my favorite over the one she did with Don Henley. Yeah. I'm trying to remember which song that was. The one with, Tom Petty. Roy Orbison's pretty good. I mostly just know Pretty Woman. I can't think of any other songs by him. I was always scared by the bit in the first film where the camera slowly pans around Dina's chair? What? That must be a typo. Oh, Dana's chair. No, I misread it. I swear I thought that was my name. I was so confused for a second. The bit in the first film where the camera slowly pans around Dana's chair until we see the eerie orange light shining through the door, yeah. That was, oh, Stop Dragging My Heart Around. Yeah, that was it. That's a good one. Yeah, that was kind of cool about Ghostbusters. It was actually kind of creepy. Yeah, I also love Fleetwood Mac. Great thing not discussed is the passengers of the Titanic represent an influx of 1,500 ghosts, and individual ghosts are often a real threat. That's true. It's a lot of fucking ghosts. Yeah, Dana Barrett. Okay, Ashtray, thanks for stopping by. No, I had not have I have eggs jumping out of their shells and cooking on the counter in this economy. I've seen the clip that replaces the Titanic model in the scene with the real wreck, and it's even more chilling than the original. Interesting. All right, let me get back to this. All right, so let me see. Okay. I think this is the only yellow I've used so far. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, I do still need to put some shading on the body, but I'm gonna switch to... I want a bigger brush for this. I'm gonna need a bigger brush. See, that works better. God, do I want to... That's a lot of effort, and I don't think it's going to look that good, so no, we're not going to highlight individual feathers. Maybe I'll just, like... I'll just put a little highlight, like, right there. I guess technically I am highlighting individual feathers, but just like a little, right at the... I don't know if this is gonna work. let me see if I can make this work before I continue. So my thought was just to have some like vague, not so much to show individual feathers, just that there'd be kind of a bump right there, you know, and it should have a... See, I overdid it there. Oh, I don't know about that. Okay, wait. I got an idea. I got a better idea, I think. Let me go back and... Oops, nope. Dina forgot what tool she had selected. Take a drink. Know about that either. Again, it's really small on the page. I'm probably being way too picky about it. Let's back up. Maybe if I have like... Oh. Okay, maybe I need like... Maybe this is just too bright of a color. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And in fact, I don't think it needs to go all the way down. Let's just go that far. It makes sense that there'd be highlights towards the top. Shut up, phone. Nobody likes you. There we go. It's not, it doesn't quite match this gold now, but I think that's probably fine. Said I wasn't going to highlight individual feathers. And yet here we are. That's okay. It's just, whoops. I think if it's just a little bit, it's okay. Like, just little. let me... I think that works. I'm gonna add some white highlights as well, but for now we're just... Oh, that's getting too close to the... Ooh, my hand's cramping up a little bit. Ow. And just finish this. I see hearts from the corner of my eye. Thanks for the hearts, whoever's doing that. Probably special iron. Pretty sure this is an unused track. Ow. This one too, I think. All right. Excuse me. All right. Why can I now imagine the guy saying that's a lot of fucking ghosts instead of better late than never? New and improved self-cooking eggs. Where do you get your cat ears? Yeah, they are cute. I think I just ordered them from Walmart, honestly. I just like got the cheapest ones I can find. I got them a few years ago, so I don't know if they still have these exact ones, but yeah, I just got them from Walmart. It was probably, you know, during Halloween. I'm getting so many hearts. New York was lucky that the Titanic ghosts were evidently too tired to be much trouble. I mean, it was a long journey. It was a lot of effort. It looks good, though. Thank you. Machine music makes me slightly anxious. I really hope that it's improved in the remaster, or at least they don't make you do the machine over and over when you get killed by the Vortex Queen. Oh god, yeah, that was brutal. Oh yeah, Rolling Stones are also good. Hi Gabriel, my day's going pretty good. I hope yours is too. Yeah, Dark Side of the Moon is good. Whoops. I have a love-hate relationship with the Stones. I like what they have contributed, but not in the way that they've done it. It's looking better, thank you. Highlighting there with that yellow looks good, thank you. The light on the feathers. I'm glad it's working out. How long have I had that ringtone? What, did my phone go off? I didn't even notice. God, I don't know. I started using it when I got into Undertale because that's where it's from. So, I don't know, years. Pretty shiny golden burb. Can't rush perfection, that's true. Look on his face says, worship me or else. To be fair, birds of prey always look like that. World's proudest eagle. Has so much more patience than me with it. I'd have thrown the monitor through the window by now. Yeah, you kind of have to just get in the zone. Heart attack. Oh yeah, Hart and Joan Jett are also good. Dina's poor hand. Yeah. YouTube problems? I'm not sure what you mean. Run to the gym every single day, even the winter. Good for you. That's. I've been getting up early and going to the fitness center because I live in an apartment complex and I just walk to the fitness center, and that's kind of why I warm up, and then I just go on the bike and the elliptical for like between 20 to 30 minutes. It's a pretty good workout. It's nice getting it out of the way first thing in the morning. I don't know if hopefully I'll keep doing it in the winter. I'd be a little worried to go out by myself while it's still dark outside. That's the only thing, but we'll see how it goes. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. There was a children's art show when I was a kid presented by it was called Take Heart and got renamed Heartbeat. Speaking of Pink Floyd, I love the Syd Barrett years. I don't know that much about Pink Floyd, to be honest. I'm like not super into music. I just kind of listen to whatever's on the on my classic rock station. So like I know the bands, I just like don't know their whole history and stuff like that. It got me into Aerosmith and Journey enough that I bought their albums, but I don't even have that many. I don't buy albums that much. Sorry, I'm skimming over some of the comments. What's your least favorite song band? I hate I Want to Rock on Roll All Night by Kiss because of how mindlessly repetitive it is. I weirdly like it for that, and I don't know why. I know that doesn't make sense, but... Ugh, God damn it, John. The AutoZone thing that I'm not going to read out loud. I'm not sure why people are quoting Cat all of a sudden. I must have missed something. Oh, the stream quit for a second and then suddenly decided to reconnect. Oh, okay. I didn't even notice. Oh, okay. Could have been on your end. I don't think I have like a least favorite band per se. There's definitely genres of music that are my least favorite, but I can't really think of a least favorite band. Don't do it if you think you'll feel unsafe. Yeah, like I said, I'll have to see it. Maybe it'll be light enough by like 7 a.m., which is usually when I go in the winter. That's a Ghostbusters quote. Put on 20-minute exercise tape, played it at high speed, only took 10 minutes. I got a great workout. I read that and I was like, where do I know that quote from? And then I remembered. Still amazed that you went through the entire Labyrinth review without mentioning the bulge. I intentionally didn't do that because I'm sick of people pointing it out. Like, if you're watching Labyrinth and that's all you fucking care about, like, I don't know, man. You're missing a good movie. I thought about, like, making fun of the people who only ever talk about it, but then I'm like, I'm just not even gonna mention it. There's a great meme about Louis Tully. Says he's the key master, constantly locks himself out of his apartment. Yeah, I've seen people point that out. That had to have been intentional. And if so, that's pretty clever. I read a comment that once called Kiss the epitome of music your dad listens to. Well, that makes me feel kind of old. Yeah, David Bowie's music is great as well, of course. I watched Labyrinth for the first time a while ago and I loved it. David Bowie is charming as usual. Yeah, that was kind of sort of how I discovered David Bowie. I think I sort of knew about him before I saw Labyrinth, but I've never watched Supernatural. Oddly enough, I'm mostly familiar with David Bowie because of Labyrinth. That's kind of funny. Mentioning the bulge sounds kind of similar to how people mentioned Vigo breaking his toes in Two Towers. Labyrinth was a great movie. My daughter has yet to watch it. I keep recommending it to her. Yeah. Loved it when I was a kid. I still do. Bowie's catalog is astonishing, yeah. God, it's 2:15 already. Am I just not even gonna... Geez, I made a joke about, like, not finishing this because I'd end up spending the whole freaking... Oh, God, my brain just died. What was I gonna say? Stream. Oh my God. Spent the whole freaking stream working on this eagle. Alright, let me go back to the hard-edged. I don't like doing this. It's so easy to fuck up, but I just feel like I need to have that kind of shading on him. And I'm not gonna shade each of these feathers. I'm not that fucking stupid. In fact, let me go ahead and... I don't need to unselect all of it, just... I'll go back and fix the tail later. Although, no, I don't think I'll leave that there. Not quite how I meant to do that, but I think it looks all right. I don't know that I need any shading there. Well, maybe I do. Oh, stupid. Forgot to change brush. Oh, okay. I didn't create enough shading to like, maybe I should add more. Oh, not like that. Okay. Let me finish the shading on this. Shut up, phone. Finish the shading on this stupid bird. Nope. I guess I'll leave that part of the tail the way it is. That was way too big. What am I thinking? Actually, I think I'll just leave that the way it is. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And nah. Nope. I keep... Okay, wait. Let me actually... Okay. I think I'm about ready to finish up this stupid bird. Okay, let's see. Let me... I haven't added any white highlights yet, have I? I think I probably shouldn't add any highlights down there. I think that'll be... Well, I don't know. Just a little, maybe. I think that looks all right. Actually, I think I want more shading down here. Whoops. Take a drink. Dina selected the wrong tool again. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, I'm nearly done. Okay, let's just add some white highlights. I'm sure there are probably spots where I could have... Oops! Okay, wait a minute. That's the wrong type of brush. I need a soft brush for this. Trying to give an indication that there's like a texture, because there's little bumps to indicate where the feathers are. I think that makes sense. Okay, I don't think I need any more white than that. That might actually be too much. I'll see what it looks like when I zoom out. Let me add a little more up here. Ow. These cat ears are hurting my head. All right, let me zoom out and see what I've got here. I might be done, but I might have to fix it also. We'll see. That actually works. I think that's good. I could maybe use a tiny bit more, like, blending here. I guess I don't want the feather texture after all. It looked sort of weird when I zoomed out. Okay, I think I'm good on that stupid eagle statue. I feel like maybe the wings could be a little brighter, but I don't know. It's probably fine. Let me go to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back. me get caught up on the chat. Oh, that was the guy that played Aragorn, right? I didn't know who played Aragorn. So that confused me a little bit. Remember you discussing a Labyrinth sequel manga, and it's my headcanon that the brother has that hairstyle because of subconscious memories of Jareth. Could be. The bird demands attention. Just look at that face. I'm actually really hungry, so I'm going to grab something to eat really quick. Kicks a helmet out of anger and screams. It turns out he's broken his toes in the process. Oh yeah, I think I've heard about that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just gonna eat some almonds. Let me I have to take a picture of it for this health app that I use, even though I think today might be the last day before it runs out. Before it ends. It was only supposed to last for a year. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but whatever. Save. Okay. I dare you, human, to look away from my beauty. I knew I wouldn't get to finish this because I'd spend the whole time on the freaking 500 dots stream, Dina 2025. I know my brain stopped working in the middle of that sentence. My ego was worth spending the whole stream on. I don't know, that's debatable. No, we don't get artist block, we get artist procrastination. Yeah, I hear that. I actually haven't seen any of the Lord of the Rings movies in ages. I should probably watch them again. It's like how DiCaprio really cut his hand smashing a glass in Django Unchained and they incorporated it into the scene. I was just thinking that. Reminded me of that. Sorry about my chewing noises and my jaw popping. Try not to eat on stream normally, but I was really freaking hungry. Actually writing a science fiction novella? That's cool. I'm really not into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. I actually watched the first one and thought it was kind of overrated. Maybe I should probably give it another chat. Should probably give it another chance. It's been years since I tried watching it. Sean Astin stepped on a piece of glass wading out into the river after Frodo. Oh no. Always love how solid everything looks after you finish shading them. Thank you, yeah. Shading makes a big difference. Sometimes I don't like the way something looks, and then I add the shading and highlights, and I'm like, oh, there we go. No one will ever know you spent almost 2 hours simply shading the bird. I know, right? Also, way to rub it in. Thanks, everybody. Elijah Wood laughing and saying, wow, that's a lot of blood. Edit the bird so it's facing the other way. That way you can say you flipped the bird on stream. Oh, God. Ooh, Hawaiian bread is good. Caramel creams? I have no idea what those are. Orlando Bloom broke his ribs, and the Gimli stunt performer also dislocated his knee. Ow. They all did the scenes of them running while they had those injuries too. Oh my God. I don't know how you run on a dislocated knee. I'm not sure I buy that. Granted, I've never had one, but I certainly couldn't have run on my dislocated ankle, but maybe a knee is different. I don't know. A bird is looking mighty and proud. That's good. Witness my perfection. The Three Stooges got hurt quite often. I'm not surprised. Oh yes, Sean Bean was famously in the Silent Hill movie. Ironically, the one time he didn't die was when he played a character who was supposed to die. Actually, that would have been in the sequel where he should have died. And yeah, Special Iron just said it. Birdie looks like he has a heart. Oh, thanks, Special Iron. Bright white shiny heart. It looks majestic. Good. Bird gets polished more often than Falcor's pecs. Oh, God. The bird lives up to the splendor in the text above. That's good. Thank you. Props and thumbs up to the work today. Thank you. I mean, I've still got like 25 minutes left. I think I can shade all the people in the panel and at least finish this page. I'm not sure if I'm going to save the next page for next week. I may just do that one off camera because I really want to get the next page done so I can start publishing these. The wings are further back so you could say that they aren't receiving as much light. Yeah, that makes sense. The peacock's thinking, God damn it, I'm being outshone by a fucking statue. Poor peacock. Peacock seems more modest than the golden birdie. That's funny. You're saying he's even prouder than the peacock. Excuse me. At least background Santa can keep us company when Dina disappears. Oh my God. Seafood. I don't really eat seafood, but that would have been funny. I'm disappointed that I ate almonds. Eagle wants a whole stream to himself. I know, right? What an asshole. I watched them again when I saw the extended versions were free to watch on Amazon. Oh, that's cool. One should not necessarily stream on an empty stomach. Yeah. Hi, George. Gasp, the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre is my favorite horror movie. I know, it's everybody's favorite horror movie, and I don't know, it might have been like the time I watched it, because it was in the 80s when slasher films were a lot more graphic, and it wasn't the 80s, it was like I think it was in the 90s technically when I got into horror movies, but like, I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. I think I was just expecting it to be different than it was, and I should probably watch it again sometime. Yeah, Sean Astin was great as Sam. Oh, was this Shalub, the giant spider? Yeah, once I saw the spider, however, I was blown away by how well it had been animated. Yeah, I didn't love that. Last night I watched an Italian ripoff of The Exorcist called The Antichrist from 1974. Besides being cheap, sleazy, and melodramatic, it also predicted elements used in most Exorcist sequels. That's funny when that kind of thing happens. One of the things that kind of annoyed me in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, again, it's been a long time, but like that scene where he's chasing the woman through the woods for like ever. Like that scene went on for so long, I got bored of watching her being chased around. I don't know. I guess it's just me. I don't know. The Walking Wounded. Kind of skimming over the stuff about the trilogy. Because I haven't seen it in so long. A lot of this is lost on me. Lord of the Rings trilogy. Damn Eagle has no modesty. It demands attention. As an arachnophobe, Schlub is a big nope. Yep. I'll say it too. The first time I saw the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I was underwhelmed. Okay, thank you. I'm not alone. Then I watched the making of documentary as well as the sequels, and my appreciation grew. Yeah, fair. It's hilarious how Peter Jackson went from gross out horror films to Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that is kind of funny. What's another term for dad joke hell? Eternal punishment. Oh, God. Cinemassacre talked about that. Said, have you ever heard of Lord of the Rings? How about Lord of Gore? Okay, let me see if I can finish this dumb thing. Okay, all that's left are these people. Where's my pen? Oh, it's hiding behind the almonds. God, so many colors. I guess I'll just start from the left and work my way to the right. By the time I got to this panel, I was getting so tired of drawing people, like groups of people. Probably shows. Am I shading the correct half here? Nope. The light source is coming from the other side. Great. Oh. That should be darker. Can't really see it too well. What? Oh, oops. I fucked up. Hang on. I could have sworn that I guess I didn't. There. Here, let me actually select more than one thing at a time. That might speed up the process slightly. I don't know that those tiny little feet need shading, but oh god, some shading anyway. So small on the page. Don't know if it matters, but whatevs. Okay, I guess I'm more starting from the back and working my way to the front. Whatever. Whatever works. Nope, that's not what I meant to select. There we go. Oh, oops, that's the wrong color. Oops, I forgot to change the color. I don't know, I was thinking about like finishing the next page off screen, but I don't know. It might take longer than I think, and also I don't know if I'll have anything to stream for next week if I do, so maybe I won't do that, even though it's tempting. All right. Excuse me. That is not the right color. Oh. I keep hitting the wrong things. Oh my god. Right. I keep forgetting what I have selected. I guess what I'll probably do, what happened here? Did I not? I guess I forgot to change the color. I guess what I'll probably do is if I don't have this page done in like 10 minutes, which is probably what's going to happen, I think I will finish this page off screen. And I'll finish that final page next week. Much as it hurts me to not have it done. I am working on drawing the next few pages, so hopefully I'll at least... Oops, I forgot. I didn't notice this lady. What was I saying? I am working on drawing the next few pages, so hopefully I'll at least have one of those finished in time for next week, but I don't know for sure if I will, so... Okay, I think I'm gonna get caught up on the chat and then wrap up here because I'm getting a little tired. Let me back up here. A little annoyed that I didn't finish this, but I don't think it'll take too much longer to finish shading these guys, and then I can call this page done. Dead Alive in bad taste, yeah. Tried watching Dead Alive, it is not for me. I've seen clips of bad taste, that one's not for me either. I kick ass for the Lord. Did like that guy though. Shading and highlights on the stage thing is really awesome, thank you. Dead Alive was just a little too gross for me. I was watching that movie with my mom and she was already getting grossed out, but the point where the lady ate the dog, my mom's like, "Nope," and she turned it off. And I didn't mind too much because I think I wasn't really into it either. Video game idea, by the way, The Beginner's Guide to Coda's Revenge. Hi, my name is Coda, and I'd like to talk to you about an obsessive creep named Davy. That'd be fun. Dead Alive Unrated was my first Peter Jackson, followed by The Frighteners. I didn't remember that he made that one. I haven't seen it, but I know of it. I could see his style in Lord of the Rings at times, but the career trajectory was still wide apart, yeah. Dead Alive is the best example of horror slapstick not called Evil Dead 2. The one person with a very light green head looks small compared to the rest of its body. Well, too bad it's not getting redrawn. Dario Argento and Lucio Fulci also have some great gory Italian films. I've never seen any of their movies. Bad Taste is brilliant and lives up to its name. Sure looks like it by what I've seen. I recently heard that Myst and its sequel Riven are coming to PS4. Interesting. God, those games have been re-released a lot. Especially Myst. The Eagle's thinking, hey, you're supposed to be focused on me. Oh, hi, Silent Evil. Recently rewatched Blair Witch Project for the first time since I saw it in the theater in 1990. Just happened to be on TV. I like that movie a lot. I think it's really good. Still holds up as something of a masterclass in horror. I agree. It's very effective. I get that the characters can be kind of annoying, and some that really gets to some people and makes them not like the movie, but I still think it's really good. Well, I watched Blair Witch once, but it was unsettling. All the night noises and the things the crew did to deliberately freak them out. Yeah. Yeah, I really like Blair Witch Project for what it's worth. I saw it. That movie, I mean, you know, it's better now, but when I first saw that movie, when it first came out, like, I'm not one of those people who thought it was a fucking snuff film. I don't know why anyone thought they released a snuff film in the theaters, but whatever. I knew it was, and I knew it was fictional and everything, but I just like the way that ending was shot, just like really freaked me out. I saw a showing of it that was at like, God, was it showing at midnight or was it midnight when we got out? I don't remember, but it was really fucking late, and I stayed up until 5 a.m. until the sun came up because I just I did not want to try going to sleep with that image of, well, I guess I won't spoil it. I think at least someone in the chat hasn't seen it, but yeah. That ending really got to me. First Friday the 13th used some nasty photo development chemicals in the fake blood. My first experience with Kevin Bacon was in the first Friday the 13th. I almost forgot he was in that. So after Falcor asserts himself after his transformation, does the Golden Eagle get carried off into storage? Good question. He might replace it with a statue of himself. All this because some nitwits thought it would be a good idea to drill on the moon. Pretty much. Ash traps his hand under a bucket with Farewell to Arms topping a stack of books on it. Yeah, I love that pun. I am kind of skimming some of the comments because throat's getting a little tired. Saw Blair Witch Project once in the cinema, and the scariest part was some idiot dropping their smuggled beer bottles partway through. Oh God, yeah. To be fair, it would be the first official sighting of Falcor. I wouldn't mind watching that one being shaded, yeah. Yeah, something like at some point in the 80s they started to really crack down on violence in slasher films, which kind of sucks. Kind of partially ruined Friday the 13th Part 7, which I do still like that movie, but you can tell that like it feels very like, I don't know, it feels like it should have more blood and gore than it does. MPA were morons, still are. Yep. Eagle doesn't even provide these guys with prayer mats. Dead Alive put you off custard for a week. Yeah, I don't blame you. That was pretty gross, too. Oh, hey, Flash. You're showing up right as I'm trying to finish up. Welcome to the end. Eagle has no boundaries. Oh, Styx was here earlier. He left kind of early. He was here when I first started the stream. I'd watch Dead Alive just for the I kick ass for the Lord. I'll watch just that scene, and I'll skip the rest. Can't see me. Can't see you anywhere. What is he, John Cena? Obvious joke. Yeah, I think the only other time, reading Insidious' comment about how I watched Zombie with my mother once and she was so grossed out at times she didn't want to look. Yeah, the only other time my mom insisted on turning off a movie early was when the first time we watched. I talked about this in my Hellraiser video, but yeah, my mom made us turn it off. Like the scene right after Frank gets ripped apart and you see like his body parts sitting around and Pinhead's putting his face together like a puzzle. My mom just went, nope, and she turned it off. I am glad I'm glad I gave that movie another shot, though. Most brutal moment in a horror film for me was hearing the guy get his vocal cords ripped out in Day of the Dead. Oh, I've seen that clip. Yeah, you just seeing that out of context in a video disturbed me. At least I get to stay a bit while Dina catches up with the chat. Yeah. Sonic Food, Red Dwarf, Silent Hill. What have I missed about our favorite topics tonight? We actually talked about music. Somebody brought up music, and yeah, we talked about music for once. That was different. That's a lot of fucking ghosts. I guess people thought that was really funny, or at least Taijan did. Fair amount of the stream has been about music. Yeah, Lord of the Rings, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Blair Witch Project is hilarious to me, and then I watch it from the perspective of three actors being trolled by the film crew. That's fair. Yeah, it probably hits a little different once you know that about it. Did we talk about Silent Hill? I don't even remember that coming up. Yeah, we won't talk about the sequels. Wait, this started with Drilling on the Moon. The Time Machine remake had the same plot point. Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, it shows an earlier page shows people drilling on the moon, and it results in the moon falling out of its orbit and hitting the Earth. And that's kind of what kickstarts this dark age. Yeah, there was Book of Shadows, which didn't feel like a Blair Witch movie at all because they didn't do the handheld camera thing. And then there was The Blair Witch, which just pissed me off because they actually showed the Blair Witch, and you're not supposed to show the Blair Witch. I knocked my fucking paper towels off my nightstand. Sorry to hear that, John. A joke I remember making: wide shot of the moon and the sound of a single jackhammer. Unacceptable. I assume Tara and Soul have already had their cameos tonight. No, they've been asleep the whole time. Actually, they're both asleep. They're both laying on the bed. They've been there the whole time, I think. Just out of shot. Pinhead has some weird hobbies, but hey, he's creative. Very true. Saw the new horror movie Bring Her Back recently, and that was not only unsettling, but I won't be able to watch Sally Hawkins in Paddington the same way again. I think I heard about that. I think Chris Stuckman covered that earlier today. I think that was the one he covered. How's the new PC going? Oh, it's my PC is basically done being built at this point. It just doesn't have a cover on it. Oh, thank you, George. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Sean Bean. Sean Bean was why it came up. No, I didn't take the fucking map, Heather. Yeah, once I finish, so I've got this page. This is page 7, and this is page 8. It's obviously like a splash page, and it's got credits on it. Online comics never do this. I always envision this as a comic in print, so I just treated it like one, even though, you know, like online comics never have shit like this in it. But yeah, I want to finish this page and then this page. This is page 8. I don't remember if I said that, but once I finish once I finish this page, I'm going to publish these online, and from that point on, I'll publish the pages as I finish them. Like probably every few pages, I'll upload them. There's a couple sites I'm going to upload them to once I get to that point. I vaguely remember that there was a Blair Witch game from 2000. The Time Machine remake movie had people drilling underground bases on the moon, and that caused the moon to fall apart. Interesting. Stories of two orphan siblings who were entrusted to a foster mother with a disturbing secret. Yeah, that sounds like the movie Chris Stuckman talked about earlier. Fun fact, when Heather shouted, "What the fuck was that?" she was actually seeing a member of the crew dressed in all white. She didn't pan the camera enough to show it. That's awesome. Do Tara and Soul meow a lot? Oh yeah, especially in the middle of the night. Tara's actually very chatty. Soul meows whenever he really wants pets, or if he just sometimes he randomly meows in the middle of the night. Remember when Pinhead turned up during the Hellraiser watch party in the chat? That was... Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That was interesting. That guy must just go around looking for Hellraiser-related things to comment in as Pinhead. Planning to see the new Lilo and Stitch remake because I thought the original was just meh. Going to the new one, I don't know how to feel. Yeah, I've heard, I don't know. I think people generally like it. Apparently, according to the creators, the thing we say in Blair Witch isn't the Blair Witch herself, but one of her victims who's being controlled like a puppet. See, that doesn't make sense because I feel like that guy just made that up because he realized people were mad. Because, like, they describe what she looks like and then they show her. And it doesn't make sense for it not to be her. Funny, Silent Hill, one of the few films Sean Bean doesn't die. Yep, and his character dies in the game. Yep, that came up. Every time I see the word Genesis, I always think of that Yoda-ish alien in Star Trek 3. I don't remember Star Trek 3 that well. It's a cool tower. Thank you. I actually modeled that in 3D Studio Max. Actually, everything except for like this figure was done all in Photoshop. This I drew, I drew like I normally do, and I scanned it and added it. But yeah, nearly this whole page was done just in Photoshop. Well, again, this was from 3D Studio Max, but it was all compiled in Photoshop. The thing is really good. Love the look of Falcor from behind. Thanks. Yeah, I think he looks kind of badass, all things considered. Yeah, the thing is gnarly. Tara and Soul at 3 a.m. Mom, we want food and pets. Yeah, pretty much. I remember when you picked up Soul and said, "You want me to put you down?" and Soul me out as if to say, "No!" Yeah, that was so funny. I actually clipped that. If you look in my clips or whatever, I don't know where you'd find it on my YouTube channel, but it should be in there somewhere. Blair Witch 2016 was pretty lame. Yeah, it mostly was. Oh no, you had to watch The Thing at 5 years old. I feel like you may have told that story before. It sounds familiar. Oh, thanks, John. See, that's what we look like on the inside. As far as I know, the last 10 or so minutes are the best part of Blair Witch 2016, as they're really intense, apparently. I don't remember. I only saw it once and I didn't like it, so... Went to watch Christine together at the cinema. I'd never seen it before. It was really good. Oh yeah, Christine's a good movie. I'm not sure what you're saying thanks about, John. I must be too far behind. Thing is on my never watch list. I can't handle gore. Yeah, you would not like The Thing if you don't like gore. It's weird and pissed off, whatever it is. Great description of The Thing, yeah. Really weird how The Thing prequel spent the money on practical effects only to paint over them with CGI. Yeah, it was a bummer. Also, remember when we went to see It Chapter 2 together, we were the only ones in the cinema. It was creepier than it otherwise would have been. Okay, oh my god, my throat's getting sore. Okay, I think the chat's a little bit behind. I'm trying to let it refresh because I'm seeing stuff over here that I'm not seeing here. So I'm trying to let it refresh one more time. Oh, just people talking about the thing mostly. I guess I can skip over them. Okay, well, thanks for joining me, everybody. I'm going to wrap up now. There it goes. God. I actually got to watch The Thing and An American Werewolf in London in horror retro double feature a few years back. That's cool. Happy that there's a new Karate Kid movie. Yeah, nobody's talking about that. I thought that came out like yesterday. So I don't know if it's any good or not. I think I'm going to wait for that one to be on streaming. Love the first 6. I only liked the first Saw movie. I watched the second one and didn't really care for it, so I probably won't watch the rest. I forgot there were birds circling the tower. That page looks really good. Thank you. Have you finished My Little Pony yet? No, I never did watch the second half of the last season. I think that's where I left off. Love how the comic's coming out. Thank you. Eventually we'll get to that fight with Sheba. That's going to take a while. Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, I should be back next week. I don't have any plans that I know of. Anything could come up, but I at least tentatively plan to stream next week. And I will hopefully be finishing this page. I'll just go ahead and finish this one like over the weekend or something. And next week I'll work on this page. Press X to doubt. Their eagle's looking for that statue. Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you had fun. Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out for my artwork. I would totally understand if not too many people were into it, but I love that at least some people always show up for these streams. Do I have any Silent Hill 2 remake plans? I don't know. I'd have to play it first. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hope to see you next week. Bye.